Hello, in this video, I'll show you how to install Bind, a private DNS server for Ubuntu. First, we should do an update to make sure all of our packages are as recent as they could be. I've already logged in as root, so I don't have to keep typing in sudo and entering my password repeatedly. After your update is done installing, we can install Bind and its utilities using the command apt install bind9 utils. I've already got Bind installed on my server, so it's just going to tell me I already have the newest version, and we didn't have to do any upgrades or new installations. Your Bind server is going to be listening in on TCP and UDP ports 53. We're going to start Bind and enable it to start automatically at boot using the commands systemctl start bind9. By systemctl enable bind9. Now we can edit our host name by using the text editor, Vim or Nano if you prefer. They're a little bit different from each other. The commands you'll have to use to save and exit will be a little different. Nano is a bit simpler, but I think Vim is more powerful. So we're mostly going to be using Vim as a text editor in this walkthrough. Open etc/hostname. I just randomly chose houseplants because that's what I was looking at the first time I took myself through this process. So you need to enter I to be able to put input into Vim. Then we can change our host name. I'll just say cookbooks because that's what I'm looking at right now, and I'm not that creative. But to save them, we hit escape :WQ exclamation points. And we'll be able to see when we restart our computer and log back into our terminal that our host name is different. So we'll issue that restart right now. So now that we've restarted the computer and logged back in, we can see our host name is now what we changed it to in Vim. But now we're going to enable Bind to work on IP version 4, also using the Vim text editor. Let's see, this time we are going into etc/defaults/bind9. But don't forget to put the etc, the /etc in front of defaults. Otherwise, you'll be like me and you'll just get a blank page. And here I already put /4 in front of, in quotation marks next to options /ubind. So I've enabled this myself for bind to work on IP version 4. Once again, just hit I for input when you're in Vim, so you can type. To save, escape :WQ exclamation points. Now we are going to make an ACL or access control list block in either Vim or Nano. It's your choice, really. For the configuration file, etc/bind/named.conf.options. This is bind's main configuration file. So there's a lot you can do here. This first ACL block here, trusted, is where we define our list of clients that we allow recursive DNS queries from. Here in the directory, we have configuration lines. Recursion enables recursive queries. This one allows only retrustive queries. Listening in on our own private IP address. The forwarders, these are a list of DNS servers to forward requests to if my server can't resolve them. And these are just from Google, but I can exit them now. And at this point, I'll restart binds. Using the command systemctl restart bind 9. Now we're going to open in Vim our etc/bind/named.conf.local. Whoops. This is to create an ACL block to allow our trusted machines to use the DNS server for their recursive queries. Mine already says Bubbles, but that's just because that's the name I gave my host name the last time. So I, again, for input into Vim, or insert the name of our new server, our new host name. Escape WQ exclamation point, colon WQ exclamation point. The next step is to define the DNS records in the zone file for DNS lookups. When the DNS server receives a request from a domain, the DNS will look in its zone file to see if the domain can be resolved or if it needs to be forwarded to the next server. Zones are programs that store info about the domain space. So go into, we can even just use nano for this since we're just copying. Go into the etc/bind/db.local file. Copy, Control X. And we're going to paste this into the directory etc/bind/zones. Oh, I've already done it, so it's already there. But when you do this, you can name the file the name from the previous step. For example, for me, it was cookbooks. Escape W:/WQ exclamation points. Now we're going to configure clients to use the DNS server. So in Vim or nano, /etc/resolve.conf. This is the name of the directory that stores the name of the DNS server to use when you're resolving a query. It won't save when you reboot, so all the info will be wiped when you do. So escape :quit exclamation points. And in vim etc/network/interfaces, you can update this file with your own caching DNS server that you want to use. This directory also is a networking file that sets up your IP and networking access along with designating the correct DNS servers. I'll hit I for input, or insert rather. ENS38 is the name of mine. Escape, WQ, exclamation points. And now our final step is to restart bind. So systemctl 9. And that's it. Thank you for watching.